Hello, hello everyone. First, let me tell you that I'm talking to my friends on Skype at the same time. So maybe I'll laugh, but doesn't matter. So, well, this is the fourth let's learn Japanese video. So, here's my note of today. So, yeah. So in this video, I'd like to compare how Japanese people learn English and how I think you should learn Japanese. So I don't really know about this, but the time when we learn English is at middle school, 7th grade, I believe. But I hear that these days it starts in 5th grade in elementary school. But anyway, so the very first step is also, this is what I did to you, but learn alphabet. So in Japanese, I taught you hiragana and katakana. So you already know Japanese alphabet. So what I think the next step should be is, I was thinking about this, but let me talk about how we learn English generally. So after we have learned alphabet, we learn pronouns, like these ones. I made a table. This is actually a common table we will see. So I, my, me, mine, he, his, him, his, she, her, hers, they, their, them, theirs. So I think remembering this table helps you learn English better. And also here are verbs, be verbs. For I, you have am and was. And for he and she, or also it and other things. But for generally, let's pick up those two for now. He and she, you say is and was, and for they, are and were. So we first remember those things, and also we learn singular and plural, like books and book and books, and box and boxes. These irregular conjugation. I don't know. Help me. Conjugation, yeah. And play, and plays, studies. Put away y and change it into ies. Okay. So those things were what we first learned in learning English. So, and after that, we will move on to actual sentences. Like this is I believe what Japanese people are so familiar with, or common English example sentence. So here you go. So this is a pen. So this might be funny or might be strange sentence in English for you guys. Is a very common and I think famous English example sentence that we learn in the very first step in learning English. So, but I think this gives you a great idea in English, learning English, because even though this is a simple sentence, this is a pen. So you can learn this is a pronoun in the sentence, and this is a verb, and this, let's forget this for now. This pen is a noun. And we can also learn the structure of English sentence. SV. Oh yeah, this is also what we may learn. We have 5 sentences in English, 5 kinds of sentences. SV, SVO, SVC, SVOC, SVOO, I believe. Like I die. I am Kohei. I like him. let's say I like her. I will make him laugh. I will give him a car. So these are sentences. Yeah, but I think in Japanese we simply don't have a simple table like this. We have pronouns like she, he, they, but we don't really use it generally. If you use it, the situation should be where you should be formal or polite. So I can tell you that we have pronouns like he and she. I'm sorry, I'm repeating, but you don't really use it. So it's kind of hard to teach you Japanese, to teach you basic Japanese, such as he and she and they in English, or am, was, is, was, are, were. So yeah, that's it. So the point is, I just cannot simply give you easy sentences in Japanese. So I think I will simply pick up some grammatical topics to you, one by one. So this video was also my talking about teaching Japanese, learning Japanese in comparison with English, how we learn English, how Japanese people learn English. So in the next video, maybe I will talk about parts of speech, or adjective, or verb, but I think I will first should talk about parts of speech, because like Japanese and like English, you have parts of speech that Japanese doesn't have. For example, the article like a and the, or singular, plural form, such as those things. So maybe I first should teach you about parts of speech. For example, jutsugo, keiyoshi, doshi, meishi, yeah, like in Japanese. I think that will help you learn Japanese better, efficiently. Yeah, because I can't explain things that you don't have in English, so I'd rather use Japanese words. And then later on, maybe I'll move to adjective and verbs. Yeah, that will be about desmas also, I think. Yeah, I want to tell you that desmas things, which most foreign people who are learning Japanese first learn verbs and adjectives. But I want to insist that these desmas are not so good always. Not always good. Yeah. Anyway, next video will be about parts of speech, I think. So, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something today. Good luck. Guys, I forgot to tell you about one thing. Along this table of pronouns, I, he, she, they, it, that, this, those, these. And what I want to say is that we don't often use pronouns such as she, they. I said this, maybe. Okay, anyway. That's so for now. This time, so let's say, we don't use particularly I. Like in English, you almost every time you say, I go to school, I like apples, I am somebody, I am Japanese, or I was impressed by that movie. So whenever you say something, when you use I, you say you use I. But I know you sometimes don't use I, like, I don't know. but most of the time you use I or she, it, he, they. But in Japanese, we don't really use it every time. So it can be kind of confusing because you might not know who you are talking about or who this sentence refers to. But most of the time, you know if you're talking in Japanese, because Japanese is a high context culture and language. So we don't all the time need to make it clear who I am talking about. So that's it. Bye bye.